You were born into blood, not metaphorically, literally. Before you even left the womb, you were already killing. You were a great white shark, and by the time you were born, you've eaten your weaker siblings inside your mother. She doesn't wait. She doesn't look back. Motherhood ends at birth for sharks. Only the strongest embryos survive. In your case, that was you. You slipped tail first from your mother's body into the cool, open ocean. There's no soft landing, no warm embrace. You're already nearly 5 feet long, a gleaming torpedo of cartilage and muscle. Rows of teeth, razor-sharp and sagged line your upper and lower jaws. Your black eyes lack eyelids, but they don't need them. They're windows into a brain hardwired to hunt. You're alone. Not entirely. But you're not helpless. From this first moment, you are armed with speed, senses, and hunger. No training. It's only ancient coding running deep in your brain. Swim, hide, hunt. A creature born not to be nurtured, but to dominate. For now, the ocean is vast and full of monsters, but few are as well equipped to survive it as you. You breathe by moving. Water flows through your gills, extracting the oxygen your blood craves. Cannibalism isn't just prenatal, it continues throughout life. If a bigger shark spots you, you become lunch. You keep your distance, slinking through patches of kelp and crevices. Oh, now it begins. Within minutes of birth, instinct takes over. You begin to swim slow, shaky strokes at first, then smoother as your tail muscles wake up. A pod of dolphins surrounds you, clicking like mad. You escape, barely. You remember the sound, the formation they'll try again someday. You keep close to the shallow, murky coast. It's not safe, but it's safer than the open sea. It's not glamorous, but it fills the void in your gut. Your body converts the fat into fuel almost immediately. There's no guidance. You survive off small prey at first: squid, sardines, the occasional wounded fish. The real threats come from above and below. Larger sharks, giant groupers, even your own kind. You quickly learn to rely on your 6 senses, sight and low light. Smell so precise, you detect a drop of blood from miles away. Electroreception. Those jelly-filled ampulla on your snout let you feel the electric signals of every heartbeat nearby. Hearing that picks up on the low hum of a wounded animal. A lateral line system running along your body that detects movement in the water. In touch with your skin made of tooth-like dermal denticles, giving you a constant read of the current. It's a hard life, but you're built for it. You grow fast, you learn faster. Stingray tries to ambush you from the sand. You flinch back just in time. Every encounter is a lesson. Every scar is a memory etched into flesh. By the time your first month ends, you're still not safe, but you're smarter, stronger, and very, very hungry. It starts with a scent, faint, metallic, the kind of trace your kind dreams about. You tilt your head slightly and flare your nostrils, not to breathe, but to sample the chemical signals in the water. Blood, you follow. Your movements are silent. You keep your pectoral fins steady and your tail low. The blood trail grows stronger. Your stomach tightens, not with fear, but anticipation. Wounded, likely scraped by coral or attacked by something less committed, it struggles to swim, twisting with fatigue. Then you see it, a young fur seal, barely a year old. You circle, measure, calculate. You breach fully airborne, sunlight dancing off your wet flanks, jaws wide. You clamp down just behind the seal's head. The teeth slice in, a bone cracks. Strike. In a flash of motion, you erupt upward with terrifying force. You don't let go. Blood paints the ocean red. You thrash, turning the water into froth. Your eyes roll back in their sockets, protected from flailing fins. Then stillness. Your liver massive and oil-rich stores the energy. You'll need it. The prey stops moving, paralyzed by trauma and blood loss. The sea quiets again. You begin to eat, not by chewing, but by tearing. You rip off chunks, gulping them down whole. Your teeth, designed like saw blades, do the hard work? No problem. You've got up to 3,000 teeth arranged in conveyor belt-like rows. When a front tooth snaps or dulls, the one behind it slides into place. You can lose hundreds each year, like upgrading weapons after every battle. Your flexible stomach expands to take in pounds of flesh. Other sharks, males and females, circle you now. You respond with a brutal headbutt and a warning lunge. He yields. You feast. Some challenge. Others test. You start venturing into darker waters, trailing tuna and rays. You learn to spy hop, poking your head above the surface to scan rocky outcrops for seals. You tail a sea lion for hours, waiting for it to separate from the group. One slash of your tail stuns it. One bite ends it. And unlike before, you're not surprised. You're in control. Digestive enzymes kick in immediately, breaking proteins down as you move. This isn't just food. It's a rite of passage. You're no longer a scavenger. You're a hunter now. You've graduated from scraps to strategy. Every inch is streamlined muscle, reinforced cartilage, and sharpened instinct. You don't just move through water, you own it. With your first real kill, you claim your place in the food chain, and something shifts inside you. The hunger doesn't go away. Your dermal denticles, those tough, tooth-like scales, grow sharper and denser, making you quieter and faster. You can cruise at 15 miles per hour and burst to 35 with a flick of the tail. It evolves. Growth doesn't creep. It explodes. By your first birthday, you're nearly 10 feet long. Your skeleton, still made of flexible cartilage, gives you agility other predators envy. Your teeth are an endless resource. Lose one. Your senses also grow sharper. Your eyes adapt to different depths and lighting. You also grow bolder. Larger prey becomes viable, but your size attracts attention. You clash with one a slightly older male over, a floating whale carcass. He strikes first, raking your side. These moments shape your behavior. You're no longer just reacting, you're calculating. You've become something more than a survivor. You're a dominant force. Then the sea goes silent. For weeks, prey disappears. The currents shift, waters warm. Your liver shrinks, drawing on every drop of stored oil. Your metabolism slows. You stop digesting. You swim slower to save strength. You're starving, heartbeat sluggish, muscles cold, fish scatter, seals vanish. The silence is not peaceful. It's suffocating. Enzymes flow. Muscles twitch. Your liver begins storing again. The black fog of hunger begins to lift. You search hundreds of miles, from rocky coasts to open pelagic zones. There's nothing but ghost water. You follow the trail to a small sea turtle injured on a reef. Normally not worth your time, but now it's life or death. Your body enters conservation mode. Worse, your movement makes you vulnerable. A pod of orcas trails you. They've learned to flip sharks upside down to induce tonic immobility, a kind of temporary paralysis. You barely escape into deeper waters, bloodied and weak. You drift, a shadow of your former self, then blood. Not much, but enough to ignite something inside you. Your body responds to testosterone surges. So does caution. She's watching. You arch your back, flare your fins, tilt your body in a dominance display. You must latch on to her with your jaws just behind the pectoral fin. She accepts or rejects you in an instant. He mirrors. Neither of you want to fight, but one of you will submit. You strike. Awkward, desperate, but successful. He hesitates. You rush him, not biting, but pushing. He veers off. That first gulp restarts everything. Within hours, your system reboots. You were inches from fading into the abyss. But you didn't. You're still here. By your 12th year, you're in your prime. You're nearly 16 feet long and over 2,000 pounds. Few predators challenge you. When they do, they usually regret it. You patrol a specific stretch of coast now, a migratory corridor between hunting grounds and breeding sites. This is your domain, and you defend it. You encounter another male. There's no roar, no loud clash, just slow, tense circling. You lash out, jaws snapping an inch from his face. You win. Dominance isn't just about power. It's about energy conservation, control, timing. She's larger than you, older. You trail her silently, weaving around her patterns, staying close but not intrusive. Mating among great whites is not gentle. She accepts. You bite. You hold. You mate. It's brief, brutal, and unforgettable. When it ends, you part without words or looks. There's no parenting, no goodbye. But you've passed on your legacy. You don't know it, but she's gone now off to find a hidden cove. Far from predators, where she'll give birth to the next generation of hunters. She carries your offspring, and even before they take their first breath, the war begins. Inside her womb, the largest pups begin devouring their siblings. Intrauterine cannibalism, it's brutal, but it ensures only the strongest survive. Months pass. She births 3 surviving pups in shallow, nutrient-rich waters. They're born swimming, born hunting, born alone. You'll never meet them. But the cycle has begun again. Back in the open sea, you've returned to your routines. Feed, you're never truly still. You must swim to breathe, but you can glide effortlessly, dreaming your formless instinctual dreams. They marvel at your stamina, your navigation, your strength. But you don't notice the tag? You don't care? You're chasing a tuna now, a fast one? Swim, roam. Your eyes, though unchanged, have seen more than most creatures could survive. Grow. A satellite tag pierces. Your dorsal fin researchers track your path from Mexico to Hawaii and back. You breach the surface and crash down with a thunderous splash. Missed, but close. Next time, you rest in the depths afterward, suspended in the cold blue void. You drift deeper. Not from injury, not from fear. Only migrations, feeding seasons, and the scent trails of prey and mates. Time passes differently for you. No birthdays, no calendar, no grave, no monument. Only current and darkness. You are part of something older than time. And still, you swim. You are older now. Your belly is marked with faded scars. Your tail flicks slower, with deliberate force. Somewhere, a younger shark follows a blood trail, just like you once did. Somewhere a seal vanishes beneath the waves, And somewhere far away, another human gasps at the shape of a dorsal fin cutting across the surface, heart pounding at the ancient fear you represent, your myth, legend, predator, survivor. But you are not invincible. Perhaps next year your body won't keep up. A missed hunt, a deeper wound, a longer famine. Or maybe you'll continue gliding through the ocean's veins for decades more. One day, you slow, just ... stillness. And in that silence, the sea takes you back. But your legacy lives in every ripple of instinct passed on to your young. In every strike, in every spiral of blood and water, the cycle doesn't end. It just begins again. And far above, a new fin breaks the surface. Hungry, curious, alive, just like you were.